for General Hospital. Wait a minute. What my notes? General Hospital, September 2nd, 2025. Hold on. Let me turn this off first. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode. What did y'all think? Did y'all like it? What does this mean? Live commentary limits participants to the specific people you approve. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode. Look, it finally happened, y'all. Now, I don't know if he gone, but I do know they done shot him multiple times. Drew got shot multiple times. If y'all did not see the episode, hold on. Let me write down these notes right fast. If y'all did not see the episode, Drew finally got shot. Now, I had seen the promo this morning where they showed him getting shot or whatever. I thought it was just going to be one time. Right now, it's been 2 times. On the promo for tomorrow's episode, look like they about to shoot him again. I was like, dawg, is he going to be gone? I seen some people talking, and some people think that he's going to have amnesia. They're going to eventually find out that, he's either Shiloh or somebody else. Something happened when he got attacked in jail or something like that. But yeah, I was like, look, it's a whole list of suspects. They showed Alexis, she went at the house. Portia and Nina was gone. Who else? I don't think they went back to Curtis, if I'm not mistaken. Who else did they show? Michael, I don't think Michael was there. Christina went back to the house. Alexis wasn't there. It was somebody else. Oh, Willow. Elizabeth too and stuff like that. I was like, do y'all think it was Willow? I don't know. But Kai and Trina in the room, I want to know if they're going to peek out and see who it is. And I was like, they're going to have a hard time explaining what they was doing there. I said, we know that it wasn't them that shot, obviously. But at the same time, how they going to explain it? They're going to be like, when you broke into the house, they're going to be like, what was you doing in the house? Then they're going to have to say, well, they ain't got to say it, but they're going to say they was trying to get something out here safe. And then they going to... So I was like, yeah, it's a long list of people, y'all. I wonder how long this is going to go on. I don't know if they're going to let us know right away who did it or what they say. It's about time Drew got what was coming towards him, and I'm over Elizabeth, Carly, and Willow. Yeah, that's Carly was telling her. Like, Liz, Willow's a grown woman who continues to make bad decisions. Exactly. Now, on today's episode, I think it was after Drew had left Willow, she made a face. I was like, was she planning on using him for the sake of getting her kids back? Like, why did she look like that? I don't know. But yeah, on today's episode, where do we start? I want to start with Drew getting shot, but I want to start with him getting shot because we've been waiting on it. We knew it was going to be a whodunit because he was making way too many enemies. And like I said, all last week, they were showing people threatening to murder him. Carly and Elizabeth heard. Alexis and Marco heard. No, Alexis and Laura and them heard. Nina and Marco heard. It's just so many people. They're going to have to haul in half of the doggone town. But they said something about they supposed to question the usual suspects. Sonny, they think that he guilty. Dante immediately looked over there. I said, why would he have them call the police if he had done it? I mean, he could, but he didn't do it. But yeah, they don't strangle the girl. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I didn't even get that many notes, y'all. I was waiting on this because I seen the promo this morning. I was like, yeah, I knew he was about to get it. Curtis ends up stopping by to thank Alexis for helping with Stella. She ends up saying how Drew won't let this go and how, she actually did the crime in this multiple times. I think they said she did it 6 times. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they said that Stella had changed the little dates on the insurance stuff 6 times. I was like, well, she shouldn't have did it. She shouldn't have did it. That's true. So, they was talking about that, and if, they continue to investigate and stuff, she more than likely gonna have to go to trial. Alexis was just trying to let him know that, it's not over with, and Drew definitely not gonna let it go. But they both kept indicating that, they were gonna stop Drew. Because Alexis ends up telling Curtis, hold on. Excuse me. Alexis ended up telling Curtis, about the restraining order and stuff like that, and how she's gonna protect Scout. And they both keep making remarks about Drew being out of the picture. Carly had made a remark and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know how long this gonna go on, y'all, but it's gonna be too many people. Way too many people. But yeah, Anna's supposed to be saying to Dante, who would want to shoot Drew, and he got a long list of suspects that would target him. They're supposed to question the usual suspects. So I said Sonny, obviously, because Jason out of town. If I'm not mistaken, he's still out of town. But yeah, I was like, it's about time. How y'all feel about that? Y'all glad? I know a lot of y'all are glad. But yeah, Trina ends up talking to Kai. She wants his help saving Portia. She ends up telling him everything. I said, didn't you just tell him? Didn't you? Well, you didn't tell him nothing. He overheard something, and y'all agreed that y'all weren't gonna do nothing about it. Hey, how you doing today? And I was like, she just. Now he swore today, on today's episode, he swore that he wasn't gonna do nothing. That he's not gonna tell anybody. He even helping her by breaking into Drew's house, trying to break into the safe and stuff. Did Drew leave that safe open? I don't know if he left the safe open or not. But yeah, I was like, why would you tell? I don't understand. Like, I understand because you want him to help find evidence, but at the same time, if somebody already done showed you that you can't trust them, and they feel like, they got to do what's right and stuff like that, you just gave him more ammo. You just gave him more ammo. I want to know if they're going to actually get the evidence or not. I wonder who shot Drew. Maybe it was Willow. I seen some people think that it was Willow. I mean, she has been losing it. Nina also on today's episode said something about seeing Drew dead and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, y'all, this might go on for a long time trying to figure out who did it because it's too many people. It's way too many people. But I was wondering, like, aside from Drew and obviously Sidwell and Marco, nobody else knows about the whole $1 million, do they? Unless they tap into her account. But I don't know if they got a chance to delete that or not. But I was like, that evidence is gone now because Drew was the only one that knew, right? Aside from Marco now. Now they could still go to Sunday and be like, we gonna go to the police and tell them what we know if you don't do this and that. Excuse me. I said do. If you don't do this and that or whatever. Because I was like, now it's gone. Drew the only one. But then I thought about it. Sidwell, Marco. What else? Let's see. Nina ends up talking. Wait, did I say the part about Trina? Yeah, I think I did. Trina wanted Kai help saving Portia. So he agreed. He swore that he would help her and he wouldn't say anything. So he was like, he understand why she altered the results because she was trying to protect Trina and stuff like that. I said, we'll see. So then he told her that it's not there. The evidence is not there. Basically, it was at the house. So they done broke into the man's house or whatever. And she just... First, I was like, so y'all didn't have nowhere to hide? I don't know, because we haven't really seen Drew's house like that. We haven't, so I'm like, first she's standing right there. The windows are all, you can see through the windows and stuff. She just standing right there. They some bad criminals. What the world? So Trina was just standing right there, and she was like, did you get it yet, or whatever? And he was like, he tried Willow birthday, he tried, I think, Scout birthday and everything. He wasn't able to get into the safe. He's still trying. So she sees the light and somebody pulling up, so she run back there to tell him. So they like, we gotta hide. They back there in the room, right there standing up, and he guarding Trina and stuff. I said, now y'all couldn't hid in the bathroom or hid somewhere, I don't know, under the bed. I don't know. They just right there standing. I said, well, now why y'all didn't come up with a plan at least? But yeah, I'm wondering because I don't know if it was, I think she was trying to go there, go see what was going on. He said they could still be shooting and stuff. So I don't know if they're going to peep out and see who it was or what. But yeah, I hope that they reveal to us who actually did it. But I don't know. What else? Let's see. They replayed the scene from Friday when Carly was threatening to murder Drew. And Drew was like, he glad that Elizabeth was there to hear it and stuff like that. So then he ends up revealing to Carly that him and Willow back together. And Carly was shocked. And he was like, I thought you already knew. You knew she didn't know that. If it just happened, you knew she didn't know that. So then he left. That's when Elizabeth started pleading to Carly. She's talking about some, basically, Michael and Carly forcing her to have to do this because they won't allow her to see her kids and she desperate and stuff like this. All this could have been avoided had she parted ways with him and she wasn't running around acting crazy and stuff. Now, I was on her side at first. I was like, she do need to see her kids and stuff. But now she running around stealing babies and stuff and doing it. Probably shot Drew. We don't know yet. We don't know what else she done. We don't know what she finna do. We definitely don't. I want to see how she reacts when she sees that Drew been shot. I want to see that. Hopefully on tomorrow's episode, since she's already at the hospital and everything, I want to see her reaction. But yeah, I was like, Elizabeth just over here. I was like, after everything you just found out, so you don't see that she's still mentally unstable. Come on now. But yeah, she was talking to Carly, trying to convince her that the reason why she doing this is because she want to get her kids, and basically she's trying to make a deal with him. And Carly was like, so that's what's going on. She made a deal with him, to get back with him if, he get her kids back. And I was like, how did it work? And then the man don't got the ring out to say. I said, did she say she was going to marry him? I mean, she been this foolish over him. She probably would. He done got the ring out and everything else. I said, this man is crazy. Just like Willow, they belong together. What else? Let's see. Um, Willow tells Chase he was telling her that he had a conversation with the judge, and she basically said if she stopped running around acting crazy and stuff, that she could see her kids and stuff. She was like, "Did you get it? In writing and all this other stuff?" He was like, "No." So that's when she was like, she can't trust it, so that's why she has to be with Drew. She already got a plan of her own. She came over with a plan to get her kids back. She getting back together with Drew. So they was arguing. Well, not arguing, but going back and forth about that. Drew walked up and told Chase there was none of his business. And how would Brooklyn feel if she found out that you was butting into your ex-wife business, whatever. And Chase was like, I don't know. I think she'll be okay with it. Let me call her. I said, okay. I said, okay, Chase. Hold up. I was like, okay, Chase. But then after he got a call, he stepped away or whatever, and he found out about the judge being dead and stuff like that. So he made a call. He was like, he may have evidence. I was like, what evidence? What evidence he got? I said, he don't know about the $1 million, do he? Now I know he had a conversation with the judge, and she said that we're looking to see the kids again. So do y'all think it was Drew that did that to the judge or what? I don't know. But yeah, cause I was trying to figure out. I was like, I don't think he know about the $1 million. So what would he have? And then he told Anna something about he got an idea of who it was. So I was like, yeah, Sonny, you might as well go. Sonny and Michael, y'all finna be in trouble. Unless y'all got alibis or something that stick. They finna get ready to blame them. They're gonna be the top suspects probably, unless somebody seen something. But yeah, let me see. Let's see. Willow tells Chase about the plan. Michael tells Christina there's a problem with the judge, so they was just talking about that. He ends up getting a call from Sonny saying that the judge was murdered or whatever. So then he tells Christina. Then he gets a call from Carly saying that Willow was back with Drew. So now Michael's trying to make sure that Willow never sees the kids again. He trying to make sure that she never sees the kids again. And like I said, like everybody just disappeared. They started showing the scenes where Nina and Portia was no longer there. Alexis wasn't at the house. I don't know if they showed Curtis or not, where he was at first or whatever. But yeah, everybody was gone. So we really don't know who it was. What else? Danny was the one who called Sonny or whatever, and they was just talking about the body. He went over there, he had them call the police. So Anna came questioning Danny and Rocco. I know that's her job and stuff, but at the same time, like, you acting like they don't put the lady in the water or something. I know, I was like, she making it seem like they did it. Then she went over there questioning Sonny or whatever, and I can see that, especially when they find out about this $1 million. I could definitely see them connecting the dots and assuming that it was Sonny and Michael or whatever. But yeah, she questioned Sonny, and he was like he had nothing to do with it, and he definitely wouldn't include his grandson them in any of this or whatever. And I don't know. I think if Stilwell now go to Sonny and Sonny still reject, they could turn over what they got. They can't. They could turn over what they got or whatever. But yeah, Dante ends up talking to Sonny as well, and he was like he would have never involved Rocco or whatever and stuff like that. So he was like he believed it. Then Sonny realizes that it's kind of strange that the body is right there, where it's leading towards Stilwell place. That's all right. They're gonna go question him. He's gonna be like he got an alibi. Marco probably gonna be his alibi. He probably gonna be like, why would he have to do anything like that? But we'll see, y'all. They saying that Sidwell was the one who shot Drew. They saying Willow could be one. Carly, they don't think it was Carly. I definitely don't think it was Carly and them. I don't think it was none of them. I really don't know. I'm hoping it was Nina. I'm hoping it was Nina, or you know what? Or Willow. Nina or Willow. But yeah, they saying it could be Sidwell to shut him up and, still come out with the plan and stuff like that. So we'll see. I skipped over this. I say Kai regrets betraying Trina trust. Trina want Kai to swear that he won't tell anyone. So that's when he agreed. What else? Let's see. Excuse me. Alexa said if they uncover the other cases, Stella will be in trouble. Drew tells Carla that Willow and him back together. Willow tells Chase she needs Drew help. He's the only one that can help. The judge was strangled. Dante reveals that there was the judge in Michael custody hearing, so they finna get ready to investigate, y'all. What else? Let me see. Portia tells Nina her marriage is over. I thought she was about to tell that her and what's the name hooked up. Yeah, it was people saying that they actually did hook up, y'all. They just didn't show it. They just didn't show it or whatever. Excuse me. They said that Portia has an announcement to make, so I'm wondering if that's that they getting a divorce or if that's about Drew. If I'm not mistaken, it's either on tomorrow's episode or Thursday's episode. But yeah, what else? Let's see. I already said Portia tells Nina that her marriage is over. Kai swore, and that's when Trina told him everything. Elizabeth said that Willow desperate to see her kids. That's why she getting back with Drew. Chase tells Willow that she don't need Drew or whatever, but like I said, he found out that the judge was dead. Sonny tells Michael about the judge. Let's see. I think we basically covered all this. Oh, Chase told Willow that the judge is dead and she left. That's when she left or whatever. So people are speculating that she thinks that Drew did it and that's why she shot him. But we don't know who shot him until they actually show us a flashback or something like that. Let's see. They show Kai and Trina in Drew's house or whatever. Like I said, she was just after. She was just standing right there. I guess she's supposed to be in the lookout. So then she ran back there or whatever, and they were just standing in the bedroom. Wouldn't it be one of the places that he would go to? Like, I'm assuming it's not that big, but then again, it is. Because don't Scout supposed to have a room too? And Wiley and Amelia as well? I just thought about that. Because I was like, maybe they don't have nowhere else to hide. They just standing right there. But yeah, what else? Sonny tells Dante he didn't have anything to do with it. And the end, it was that Drew got shot. First, they shot him one time. Looked like they shot him in the back. Then they shot him again. Then look like on tomorrow's episode, they supposed to shoot him another time. I said, Doc, somebody trying to make sure he don't get up, ain't it? But yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.